told you guys Kumasi literally has everything that you can find in Accra, even though there isn't as many options. But there are a lot of diasporans that are coming out this way and building amazing things. The person I'm going to be interviewing today is no exception. Her name is Amanda. She moved from the UK to Ghana and she lives here in Kumasi, and she set up this absolutely stunning coffee shop.
They always painted it as a sort of a place where if you're not good, they're going to send you to Ghana type thing. It's like Ghana wanted to send me back to London. I've never wanted to go back to London since I've been here. But doing this project was like, you know what, let's forget about this.
I'm done.
All I knew is if I'm going and it's not working out, if I have to sell sachet water, I will do it. I'm not going back. I think it's a mindset. There's not a day goes by where you don't laugh. I would choose it any day.
So today we're going to get to know her a little bit, get to know her story, why she decided to move out this way, why she chose Kumasi, and what's the idea behind this coffee shop as well. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and yeah, let's get right into it. Hi Amanda.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine, Jasmine. How are you?
I'm all right, thank you.
Good.
I'm glad to have you on the channel.
I'm glad to be here.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself? Were you born over in the UK?
Yes, I was born in the UK, born and bred, up until nearly 3 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So in that time, did you visit Ghana?
I started coming to Ghana probably mid 20s.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So I came as a child probably once or twice.
Right.
Literally as a child in Pampers. When we were born, obviously they bring us back to show the family, to rest and all of that. But that, I don't remember any of it. And then as a teenager, my parents would come, but they'd always be coming for funerals and things like that. And they'd be like, do you want to come? And we're like, no, it's a funeral. And they always painted it as a sort of a place where if you're not good, they're going to send you to Ghana type thing. As we got older and we discovered for ourselves, we're like, gosh, we should have stayed being naughty so they would have stayed. You know, we had no idea. But so I started coming back and forth in my 20s just to party. And Accra was the place. The partying was like no other, so we try and come as much as we can. Come for the Africa Cup of Nations and things like that. And I even got married here. I met my husband here on holiday. Well, actually I had decided to move here, and then I met my husband who was on holiday, so he went back and I stayed, and we still kept in communication, and that kind of didn't work out the way I wanted it, so I had to go back. So that was probably about 14 years ago. Okay, so you tried to move at that time? In 2010, I tried to move here. I lasted 6 months, and then promises were made, oh, we'll get you situated, we'll get you a job, you know, family connections and stuff. And it just didn't happen. My money was running out, and I'm a marketing consultant by profession. I kept getting contract offers. So when you see them pounds, you're like, you know what? No, I can't do it. No, I can't. Then it got to a point, okay, I'm coming. I'm going to take this contract. And then obviously my husband at the time was, I said, all right, let me see how it's going to go. The rest, as they say, is history.
Lovely, lovely. So what about the holiday made you want to move here?
It was just, there's not a day goes by where you don't laugh. Even now, there's not a day goes by where you don't get some kind of joke, as we say, about anything, the smallest thing. Even if you're getting frustrated or someone's doing something, you'll find there'll be something funny in it.
Yeah.
Even the people themselves, they're always so happy anyway. You could be in a situation and then something will happen and everyone will just start laughing. It's just, and the sun is shining every day, you know. Not that it's easy, but it far outweighs the stress of being in the UK than here. Any day, I would choose here any day.
So what was it about the first move that you made that made you return back to the UK?
The first move, we all came as a family for Christmas. It was really nice, and I'd already told them that I'm staying, so the family knew. My brother had gone back, but my parents were staying for a couple of months at a time, so they were still here. And so they're in Kumasi. I was still young, and I was like, you know what, I'll see you lot later. I'm in Accra. And what are you going to do in Accra? I said, I don't stay here. I used to come here and I have to come and visit because it's not nice to not come and see the family. So out of my 6 weeks, whatever length of time I'd come on holiday, I would come and sit here with my grandma at the time, God rest her soul, and just sit on the veranda with her. And it was a very chilled, it was really nice, the family around, learning about family history and things like that. And then I'll go back and then start enjoying myself, beaches, parties, whatever, and all of that stuff. And so I said, you know what, I'm going to try and stay here and do something. Because at the time there was lots of gaps in the market, lots of things that can be done that we have over there, and we could bring it here and stuff like that. So I was actually trying to bring some marketing services here. So when I said I decided to stay, my friend and she was into customer services and I was into the marketing. So we through some free seminars and we got some good companies that came and attended it. We were trying to get some contracts out of that. But in Ghana, everything takes long. The processes, and people are interested in it, whether they can get the approvals, the budgets and all of that. So it took really, really long. So that was a lesson in itself. We didn't really understand how all of that worked. And then obviously I was in Kumasi. I have some family members that can help you, introduce you to different companies or get you jobs. So that process took a bit too long, and my money was running out. So I decided, you know what, I need to go back. I had met my husband as well, and so I wanted to see where that was going to go. And he was in London, and so I think when we decided to get married, the majority of the family were here, so we did it here, just down the road actually.
Oh, nice.
Just celebrated 12 years.
Oh, wow.
2 days ago.
Oh my God, you look young.
Really?
You do.
Hey.
You look young. I wouldn't have guessed you've been married for 12 years.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm closer to 50.
No way. No way. Wow. Well, Ghana's treating you good then, because
compared to what I look like in London, everyone's like, "Gosh, you look really good." It's like, the grey and everything, the cold, it's the sunshine.
Absolutely.
And then I said to him, if we have kids, I don't want to bring them up in the UK, But, life happens, and we were in the UK. And then COVID hit. And funny enough, before COVID hit, I had booked our tickets to come to Ghana. I hadn't been to Ghana since we got married.
Left, right.
And so my husband was coming backwards and forwards because obviously his parents are here and he's doing different things here as well. So at that point I said, you know what, I've booked it because if we wait for you, we're never going to go. So I booked it, COVID hit, and then they cancelled our flights to be rescheduled for a later date. And in that time, it's unfortunate, his mum passed away, and then my sister-in-law passed away. So the time they booked it for us, he had to come to sort out the funeral and things like that with his siblings. So instead of coming in the January, we came in April of 2021. She passed away in 2020. So that was it. We came and then haven't looked back.
What has been different? What did you do to prepare better this time?
I don't know. All I knew is if I'm going and it's not working out, if I have to sell sachet water, I will do it. I'm not going back. I think it's a mindset. This time I didn't really, the last time I didn't really prepare. I just said, oh, I'm going to do it. I was younger as well. I'm just going to come, you know, it's going to be fun, it's easy. It's always fun when we go there. So I think my mind was a bit not so matured at the time. Now I come back, I've come with kids, can't be doing that backwards and forwards sort of thing. So I just said, whatever the case may be, we are going to be here. And so that's
nice. That's the mindset you need, I feel, to be able to survive. And why did you choose Kumasi?
Because my family are from here.
Okay.
So saying that I used to come to Ghana, I used to just stay in Accra, literally. So I literally would never have chosen Kumasi, because Kumasi was so quiet. It was lovely. It was a very relaxed place, but for a young person, it was nothing to do. So as we've gotten older and I've had the kids, I know that Kumasi is very much culture driven, traditional, and I was very mindful that my kids can't speak the Tree. I can't speak it very well. I understand it, but not as fluent as I would like. And my husband speaks it, but he never spoke it to the kids as much as we'd like, and my parents never did either. So I'd always say, listen, you need to speak to them in language, but I think everyone's just so used to just speaking English. It never happened. So I knew if we went to Accra, they would never learn it, because you got Ga, you got Tree, you got Era, you got all the different, you know, it's too much for them. And then they'll be around, because everyone's going to Accra, they're just around people like them.
That's right.
So I wanted them to understand the culture. I wanted them to speak the language, which they're doing, they're understanding it more. And you know, and the families here, it's just easier. Accra seems like a big city, too much like London for me. So I said, you know what, we love going to Accra, we love Accra, but we love to come back as well.
How many kids have you got?
I've got 3, a 10-year-old, 9-year-old and a 5-year-old.
Oh wow, cute. So now the coffee shop. How did we get here? Did you always know you would have a coffee shop at a point in time? Or was it just a thought and then you decided to put it into reality? Yeah,
literally it was a case of, I need to do something here. I mean, my parents are here and they're old. They're in their late 70s. And they're not in the greatest of health, but they're in better health than what they would be if they were in the UK. So I was doing a lot of running around for them, and I've got the kids. I was homeschooling the kids. And then I realised I can't homeschool the kids and try and do what I need to do to make us have a bit of a living here, an income. So I said, oh, what's missing? I was trying to do the marketing, but I understand the market here is very different to the market that I'm used to. They do things very differently, so it's a bit of a slow burner, like I said. So I just thought, you know, what can I do? I need something where I get a daily income. And so I have friends that come over and they'll be like, oh, where's your nearest coffee shop? You know, when you come from outside, everyone always wants coffee. For some reason, everyone's asking for coffee. And I'll be like, oh, we don't really have coffee shops. There is one, but I don't know whether you'd class it as coffee, but they do coffee. Type thing. And so that was where it kind of came from. And instead of doing the grounded coffee, which is what everyone does from the packet, and it's not really, you know, it's not proper coffee. I said, you know what, I'm going to do a coffee shop. And we're going to use real beans, real Ghana beans at that. I've had a few people come and approach me to try and get, you know, beans from these other well-known brands that are outside of Africa, not even Africa, but outside in, you know, in the West. And I'm like, why would you come to me here? I'm from the West. If I wanted to get that, I would do it, wouldn't I? I want Ghana coffee beans. We're in Ghana. Let's promote our own things. Most of the things we try and do here is Ghana based. So we've got Ghana coffee beans and we've got a coffee machine that grinds coffee, so you get that nice rich aroma of the coffee. I'm not a coffee connoisseur. The most I would know was, can I have a mochaccino? That's it. Or if I'm stressed out at work, I'd get an espresso. That's it. But I just thought, let me give it a try. We don't have it here. So that's how the idea came about. It wasn't any, you know, I just thought I need to be able to pay bills, pay school fees. I need some income. And that was it. And here we are. So once you decided on that, what were some of the preparations you put in place before you finally? Well, it was just trying to figure out the budget of what would be needed. And to be quite honest, I had no idea of how expensive it is to rent a space.
Oh, even here in Kumasi?
It is ridiculous.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a lot of money. Either that it was just me, because I'm from outside, because you know how it is here. People hear the accent and then everything goes up. So I don't know whether it was that, but for me it was extortionate. And so when I kind of sat down and realised, because I had a little bit of money saved, so I thought, let me see what I can do. So when I was going around and realising the prices of these small dinky places, which you then have to do up because they're not up, they're not done up, or if they are done up, you still have to put in your how you want it. I realised I wouldn't have even had any money to kit out the place. I would have just rented it, and
that's it.
that's it. So luckily a friend of mine, she was like, oh, I've heard about this. This place is part of Alliance Française. So we partnered together. They try to do, every Alliance has a coffee shop within their premises. So they never managed to get one off the ground here. So they've been looking for someone to do it and, you know, rent. So it's subsidised significantly. Oh, good. Because if I explain to you, for 5 years, I was getting quotes of 250,000 Ghana cedis, 500,000 Ghana cedis for 5 years. It was ridiculous. And then you look at the surroundings and you're like, come on, what am I paying for? You know, the inside, they've kitted it out. It's nice, so you can put your things, it'll look nice, but it was just too expensive. So it was just, everything happens when it's supposed to. So I believe a lot in synchronicity and alignments, everything, the way how it happened, because I was looking for such a long time and I was getting a bit frustrated, like, oh my God, when's this going to happen? And you have to pay the agents as well, and they will take you to places that they know you don't need or you don't like, just so they get the money. There's lots of different little factors involved. So you're still spending money even though you're not getting what you want. So when this happened, this place, if you knew what it looked like before.
Do you have photos? Can you send
I do.
To me?
I can send them to you. It's quite interesting. It's such a difference. So a lot of them that have been coming here, they're like, wow.
You've really done it up though. It looks very nice. But the getting to here was like, it's like Ghana wanted to send me back to London. Right. I've never wanted to go back to London since I've been here. But doing this project was like, you know what, let's forget about this. I'm done. I've got a bit of money left, couple of kids, let's go. It's not worth, it was ridiculously stressful. And it's not even the finding the bits and pieces, it's the artisans. It was, I'm coming. We were supposed to be open for the Christmas season. We opened like the second week of February. Wow. Like 2 months later.
2 months later. I got one contractor that said he can do the whole thing for me. Meanwhile, he just wanted to chop the money. And then he was a one-man band. He was a mason, he was a tiler, he was a carpenter, he was a roof, he was everything and nothing. It was so frustrating. And in the end, I had, I've got my friend who's an architect, who's building another project for me, and she's supervisor. So she's got a whole team of people that she works with. She came in and she was like, what is happening here? This is, no. So literally she just took over, got all the people in, we sacked him, and then we managed to finish it.
Wow. So how long did it take you to complete it to this point?
From November 12th to probably the first week of February. Okay. And it was meant to be a 2-week job. Paid for express and everything.
Wow. I think that's the biggest headache for most people, the artisans. But I'm glad you shared this story, because I think a lot of people that come and leave quickly, they don't realize that all these experiences are experiences that we have as well. You know, everybody has the same experience. It's just about pushing through.
It's perseverance, straight perseverance. Because if you have a vision and you really want to be here, you will stick it out. I'm saying it was the first time that I ever felt like going back. And I live in a house where sometimes there's no water, the light is going off all the time. I didn't have a generator. Every day there's something going wrong with the house, and you know that you don't live like that where you've just come from, but you can manage that. But it was just a different type of stress. But I think the key thing for people to understand is do things by recommendation, because here, if you recommend somebody, then they are going to work well for you because they know they're going to get recommended again and again and again and again and again. And if they're messing up, you can ring back that person and say, oh, your person that you sent me, why are they doing this? Then you can call and say blah, 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 blah.
I love the decor here, by the way. The furniture, everything is beautiful.
Thank you.
Did you design everything yourself?
Yeah,
you did.
I did.
Wow.
The problem with me is I don't have a plan until I get into the space. So I had some good friends come in. I had an idea of what I wanted. I wanted it to be like a garden coffee shop and have like the hedges and kind of faux grass everywhere. So I had some friends that own some restaurants down the road, really nice ones actually, come in and they're like, no, it's going to be too hot. I was like, really? And they're like, no. And another friend came in and said, you know what, just get all the walls up, paint them a plain colour and we'll take it from there. And the kind of the garden theme, because we're outside and we're in the garden city as well, I wanted it to be, you know, a bit more organic and I try to. But I'm a minimalist anyway. I like things because then it's easier for me to tidy up, it's easier for me to see dirt. I just like things that I can see that need sorting out. So that was it. As we went along, I said, right, we're going to do that. Okay, I want this. I designed these tables as well, but we bought these ones, but I designed that. And Rosie came up with the idea of putting the plants in there.
That's amazing. It's gorgeous. Yeah, it looks really lovely.
And then the artwork. I just wanted to put, you know, let people know that we're in Ghana. Because most places we go to here, if you take videos and pictures, you could be anywhere in the world.
That's right.
So I said, you know what, people need to know if they're going to take pictures, they need to know that they're not in the West, they're somewhere in Africa, and definitely the pictures here will tell you're in Kumasi.
That. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And whereas everyone goes for very English names, I chose to go the opposite. So I'm a very British coffee shop, but we have a Khan name.
Absolutely.
And because I'm UK, people just assume it's a UK name.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a lot of people were like, oh, so how do you say it? What does it mean? And I'm like, oh, it's an Adinkra symbol, you know? It's an Akan word. They're like, really? And then I have to explain, oh, I didn't know that. And so I said, you see, I've taught you something new. And they're like, what does it mean? So I want this to be a place of where people can learn something new at least.
That's amazing.
Once, you know, try and share the knowledge and stuff like that.
I know you shared with me the meaning of Chemfre. Yes, can you share with my subscribers as well?
Okay. Chemfre means pot shed. So in the Khan it says the pot has been made. What about the person that, no, it said the pot has been around from time immemorial. So what about the person who created the pot? So it's about being respectful and loyal and honouring those that came before us, like our ancestors, antiquity, honesty, knowledge, that you can never know enough. There's always someone out there that knows more than you. We must respect that.
That's lovely. So what are your goals now for the coffee shop, for yourself, for your family?
Well, the goals are for the coffee shop. I want to try and, well, our first event is a speed dating event.
Oh, wow, okay.
We take it for granted. It's such a thing that we know of. But here in Kumasi, it's not that well known. So we're trying to kind of introduce the speed dating, like a monthly thing. I also have a WhatsApp group, which new people that come, they introduce them, they join them to the group. So it's growing and growing. It's a very supportive group, really, really good. So it's just a kind of a networking and fun as well. Who knows, you could meet your love match or you can meet good friends for life. So it's a kind of a fun, not so serious thing that we're doing. I also want to have seminars here. Because I feel like, not that it's my place to say, but I feel like the mindset here is a bit dated. So I want to introduce some small topics and just give people food for thought, and just have open forums, open discussions, and let that grow and grow and grow. And then in the evenings here we are a champagne and cigar lounge. So that's just from Thursday to Saturday. And so just people just come and have a drink or two, chillax. And then for Ghana in general, just to have a nice life here. My parents are doing well, the kids enjoy themselves.
Did they adjust okay?
I would say to people, wherever I am, my kids are happy. So they're good. At one point they'd be like, oh, well, we wouldn't mind going back to live in the UK. Now they're like, nah,
Yeah.
it's okay.
Yeah.
We wouldn't mind going on a holiday,
Yeah, of course.
but we like here.
Even I need my McDonald's fix every now and again. So
yes, exactly. Although I went last time, and it didn't do what it used to me.
Oh, really?
It tasted so synthetic because you know the food here.
Yeah, well now you're used to good food. Yeah.
And
true.
it was so funny because the first time I went back with the kids, I was still doing my remote job.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh yeah, we can do this. We'll go here. We'll do that. It was fine. And then the next time, last year I went, had the McDonald's. I was like, no, it wasn't the greatest. And then I was going to try and do my nails, try and do my feet. I'd walk in, how much is it for this? And they'll tell me the price. And automatically I'm converting to cities.
That's the bad idea.
Oh my God. So I said, oh, I'll come back.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything. I said, I'll just wait till I get back.
Yeah.
Whereas before it was fine. Oh yeah, I'll do that.
You just do it.
Now it's this conversion. I said, no.
If you convert, you're not going to buy anything.
Anything. The main thing for the family is to be here, let it be our base, and travel Africa.
Yeah. Good.
Just to go, because I want my kids to be very confident and know who they are.
Yeah.
You know, and probably try and homeschool them again because I find the schools, they're still very traditional. And I'm saying to them, I said, whatever you want to do in life, if school is going to help you, if it's vocational, that sort of thing, then study hard. Yeah. But if you want to do something else that is quite specific, start learning now. I told them by the age of 12, you better start making some money.
You got the internet, you got all that,
So they go to school and they try and start selling things and try and do business. Yeah, I'm entrepreneur one. Yeah. The kids are 1, 2, 3, 4. And then their dad is like 5. Because he's in UK. So we try and encourage them to do things like that. Good. But I say to them, look, I'm educated up to MBA. What did it do? It didn't do anything for me. There's so much to see here. You can't come to Kumasi for a day. There's so much to see. The history is so rich. And so yeah, you can always find me here. Do pop in for a coffee or an iced coffee, which seems to be the most popular right now. It's so hot.
Well, it is hot, yeah. And what's their location? Can you tell them what
we are based in TUC, which is next to Inshayasu, Ahuju. So we're kind of in town. We're not far from Adum. We're quite in town. You ask anybody where Santasi, Malcolm is, you'll find us.
Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'll leave Amanda's information on the screen as well as in the description box below. Don't forget to follow your bliss. So, my life is short. Follow your bliss. Na nipa ye day. Follow your bliss. Na di ebesi biya and follow your bliss. Na day ne maga. Take care, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.